We are doing the repair work for Katie Dash. I cannot pronounce their last name, so I'm going to pronounce it Dash. It's out in Evans, Georgia. Today is February 4th of 2025. We're going to be repairing this non-damaged shingle right here. The shingles surrounding are in pretty decent and fair conditions, and let's begin. Key things I like to tell everybody is, for starters, we know that we understand the degree of lifting up the shingle can sometimes affect the surrounding shingles and the repair itself, or the repair work itself. One thing that we're going to do, identify how high we got to lift up the shingle, is to figure out where the nails are placed at. If the nailing zone, of course, is higher up here, we're of course going to have to lift up the shingle a little bit higher to reach the nails and pull the nail out. Okay. Also want to note, in all manufacturers' instructions, when it comes to the surrounding shingles or the shingle that you're putting into it, any shingle that is marred, torn, ripped, matting transfer, anything that defects the true roofing system as a whole, as a water protection system as well, you need to replace that shingle in place with a newer shingle. Let's begin. Before I start, I just want to verify. See it? Pretty sweet. So, to see the shingle, we're going to have to lift up the shingle this much. So we're going to do a POV video showing that as well. Once again, we're doing Katie Dash repair work. This is the row we're working on right now. To see the nail, we're going to have to lift the shingle up this much. So take note of that consideration. Same thing right here. And then just removing the shingle itself from the tar, we are actually got a rip right here. So we'll be mindful of that. All right, let's continue. Where I got a rip right here, and that's just for me trying to get the shingle unsealed. Another rip. Then we got some matting transfer as well. So for this row, we'll have to lift the shingle up about the same amount, about this much, to get the nails out. Once again, I'm gonna do a POV style. So we just got done taking out these nails. We're already seeing these creases, and then on the video you actually can see when I was trying to unseal these shingles, they actually ripped. So this is telling me that these shingles are very fragile, they are very mild, they can be torn very easily while doing a repair for this homeowner. So off the rip, we're going to base this as a failed repair test, because once again, this doesn't, you can't seal the shingle right here. So we'll have water penetration right there as well, but I just want to note this is how much we're going to have to lift up the shingle to take out the nails. Same thing right here. So be mindful, and already, once again, we got those creases. Let's continue. Once again, we already got some creases showing right here. We got some rips as well. 1, 2. So far, I think we got a third one a little bit right here. I'm not sure if that's going to pick up, but I'll show some more details. We also got some creases going up here on the dragon tooth. Same thing on this row below as well. So I'll kind of point that out. So we got 1, 2, then 3 rips, and then we got some creases going on the dragon tooth on the 2 rows as well. I do not note eating. Oh, we do actually got some matting transfer as well right here. So that means whatever new shingle that we're going to put on, this shingle is not going to seal correctly to the newer shingle. But let's continue. We'll be using the roof snake to install the nails. We would like to know a couple of different things. We're not a big fan of the roof snake. Sometimes it gets the job done, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes what ends up happening is the nail is actually driven in a certain angle that is not desirable for building conditions. So, you know, you want it to be perpendicular to the surface. You know, you have a surface and it's up and down, vertical, horizontal, however you want to say it. But sometimes it leans frontward, backwards, to the side. So if that happens more than a couple of times, a handful, we'll be referring back to this, to the regular hammer method during repair work, and we'll show the conditions of how far we want to lift the shingles for this as well. But let's continue. Where I got a crease going on right there. Once again, we got creases and then a rip right here. So once again, this is off the rip. It's telling me that it's not repairable due to the crease shingles. The granules are losing its grip on the fiberglass matting, which means the water resistant properties is going to go downhill for the homeowner. It's less protection for them. And then it looks like we actually got some matting transfer on this row as well, which once again, that's going to tell us that the shingle is not going to seal correctly or bond correctly with each other. Once again, we still got creases on that row. Once again, we got a rip right here. This row's already creased from just doing the tear out the shingle. I want to note, actually, I'm just realizing we got two sections where the impact damage of the roof snakes actually vibrating the granules off those sections as well. So once again, less protection for the homeowner. And also we had another impact damage right there as well. Sometimes we agree, right, bro? This is a failed repair work. Once again for Katie Dash. Once again, it's February 4th of 2025. We got creased shingles all the way around. We got some, some rips as well, and some matting transfer. So I'm going to document that, but this is a failed repair work for this homeowner. It's going to provide less protection for them, but thank you.